Okay, guys, welcome to my channel. Basically, we're going to do a little um show out on how to use Photoshop for absolute beginners. So click on the create new button. You click on customer. Actually using Photoshop 2020. So if you're using older version, I'll actually show you how to do that too. So the preset details, you can change the title to anything you want to name it. So I will just name my first design. Okay, so as you can see, we have bars like width bar, the type of size you want to use, how many pixels is the default, but I love using inches. I'll use inches. I'll use 4 inches as the height and the width for my dimension the same. Then I love using a resolution of 1200. You can set to 100 or whatever you want to use. So color, you can click on the white color, then pick any color you want to use, and to convert it to a custom color. You can pick any one, or you can type the number of the color at this section. There you see the number. So click on OK. Once you've picked any color that's comfortable for you, okay, you just find the comfortable color. Okay, let me go with this. So click on OK. So you click on create and it will bring you to the screen where you will start your project. So like I said, in some Photoshop it looks differently. I will show you how to do that. So all you have to do in some first in Photoshop is navigate to the file, click on new, then custom, then you actually follow the same procedure, rename it and continue the setup, set the color you would love to use. Okay, let me just go with white this time around and click on create. Okay, you will see the tab. You will okay, let me just close the other one. So now I can let me try by adding a file. So to add a file, there are many ways. You can follow through open, file, open. You click on open. You'll be able to add a new file, but there is a more easy way to do that. So I'll first show you this one. So you pick the image you want to add. Let's say I want to add this copy image. So I'll pick the image. So once I've picked the image, click on open. Now I can actually all I have to do is disable by clicking the key, so it will be able to be moving. If you don't enable it, you cannot move it. So all you have to do is make sure you click on the first one, don't click on the second one, just left click and hold and drag it. Don't click on it, hold the left click and drag it by using your mouse and drag it out. Yes, so once it's out, you can now drag the layer from there and drag into your project. Drag it directly into your project and drop it where you want it to stay. And to be added on, you can click on the S to close it. Not to, if you don't want to save. If you want to save, you can save it. So now you could be able to move it. So the reason why you can move it is because it's actually by default. If you identify at the move tool, as you can see this move tool here, and therefore that's why I can be able to move it around. So if it is at other tools, you won't be able to move it around in certain tools. So okay, so you can click on control. You can actually transform to actually resize the size by clicking on um the actual image. Then click on control T for transform, free transform. You can drag it, left click and drag. My own is actually adjusting. If you hold shift, it will adjust according to the body, but if you don't hold shift, it will actually stretch. But in starting Photoshop, it does the opposite. So just find the one that sounds better. Try holding shift and dragging it, and then you hold left click and hold shift and left click and drag, or you just hold left click and drag to see the one that will be better for you in the budget. I think it's nice like this, I love it like this. So I can click on the layer, and I can decide to bring it down. Okay, to do that I have to change the background, to unlock the background, sorry, because the background is actually locked. Forgot. So unlock the background, then drag it down. You see, you will not be seeing the image again because the background is on top of it. So the background is not showing, and there's no space for it to show, as you can see. But if I drag it up, it will show. So just left click and hold, then you drag around up or down and place it. So you can double click on the text to rename it to whatever you want to name it. So let me name it BG. Then you can group it. Click on control and hold the control down. You can click on the images and group them. Let me do that again. Control, then click on the images. Click on this folder icon to create a group for it and put them inside one folder. So double click on the name. Sorry, double click on the name of the folder, group one, and you can change it to anything you want to name it. Let me just call it background. Okay, that's okay. So the next thing I can do is I can use certain features in this Photoshop by locking it. To if you lock it, make it not to be able to move around. So if I lock it, it won't move around. Okay. So that's the use of that lock icon there. So let me try using shape. So right click. So by default in certain Photoshop you will see the right angle shape. But if it's not there, you can pick anyone by right clicking on the shape. So when you right click, you left click and pick the, or just click and pick any shape you want. So let me go with right angle. So left click and drag to resize it to the way you want. If you go up, it will reduce the height. If you go down, it will increase the height. If you go left, it will increase the width. If you go right, it will increase the width. As you can see, so you adjust it the way you want it to be. Then once you leave it, it will make the shape. You go to fill, click on this icon button here. You can pick the color you want to make it. So I want to use black, so I won't be hidden. So you can click each of these arrow and pick any color you want or how deep you want the color. So I'll pick black and click on OK. Okay, that's it. So that's for the shape tool. I'll click on the move tool. I can be able to move it around, as you can see, by just left clicking and moving it around using my mouse. Okay, I can actually decide to use another tool, the erase tool. So to be able to use this erase, I have to click on the sorry, I have to click on the actual image and click on add mask icon. Once that is done, as you can see, it will not erase, even though the opacity and the size is good. It won't erase until the black is down and the white is up. So make sure that the black is down. You can click here to switch between them. Then you can see if you can then erase the part you don't want from the design. As you can see, I think it's cool like this. So you can actually change the size of the tool. You see here it will display the plastic you removed, okay, at the add mask. So you can increase the size, reduce the size of the actual tool you're using. So I can reduce the size. You can see the size I've reduced. And now using hardness to make it look hard. You can see it will look a little bit hard. But when you reduce the hardness, it's kind of fading. Plus the use of it kind of fades in. Okay, so does it for the two in ways two. The other two can do the same thing. Okay, so let's move over to the test two. So let me just do touch the basic tools you'll be needing to start up. So once you click on the test tool, let's wait for it to load. It will take some time. That's my processor. Okay, you can click on the shape. I just want to write a test there. And then you can pick the, you can do Control A after clicking, then click on backspace to clear, because by default it will give you a lorem test. So Control A, then backspace to clear all the tests. Okay, then you can write, let me just write 60. When you go out of the screen, you can left click and move the test around without going to the move tool. But when you come along the edges, you can just adjust the space of the test where the test can enter, and you move it when you go outside, and you can left click and move it around, as you can see. Okay, or you can click on the move tool, then move it to the direction you want to put it. Okay, I think I want it here. That's good. Okay, then we go back to the test. Naturally add more tests. When you click on the C icon, you can add tests. It will show the loading. Remember, Control A, then backspace. Then I can write times 60 times. I just make it 60 times. And when that is done, make sure you select all by clicking Control A so that you edit all of them at the same time. All the times you wrote at the same time. So here you can pick the size on this pixels part. This where you have two test icons. You can pick the size of the test, or you can even write it in the box. Write it in the box. Remember when you go outside the box and when you see the move icon showing on that mouse, that's the mouse icon that's showing, you can then the cursor, you can move it around. So let me change the font. By clicking on that font side, you can change the font. Actually change it to this one to look different. I think it's good. Then you can click on the move tool to actually adjust it, the part you want it to be. I think it's nice here. So that's actually the basic structure. Okay, we'll talk about other filtering tools you can use. Okay, so this is actually the basic tools you can use with Photoshop and basic understanding. So why we keep designing in as you follow along by clicking on my profile on YouTube, you'll be able to see all of my tutorial videos. You can watch my designs video if you want to learn other videos. I also have other videos uploaded you can watch. Along the line, I will teach you how to use other tools by doing actual design. Right now, we just want to touch the basic. And so when you click on this I on this gradient this thing, you have to pick a shape. So let's just do this on the background. Click on the gradient icon here, as you can see. I click on background folder and open the PG. Now I can choose where I want my gradient to apply. I can choose from here by left click, then drag and left click again. See the gradient to pour from the left to the right as I directed it. You can actually change the gradient color by moving, clicking on that place and then go to the icon. Go to each folder, click on any color I want to use. Once I click on this, I come back, drag and put the direction I want the color to apply on. The color will apply to that direction, the gradients of multiple colors. The other ways to do it, so you could pick color here for the gradient, then drag it to the point you want it. So let me pick this one and drag it, and actually play along with it by using different ingredients and try dragging it to a different direction. There's another way to do this by going clicking on the background layer. Okay, or what you have to do is just click on the background layer, then right click and go to blender blending option. Once you click on that, you have options to change the color, the shape, add shadows and more. So along the line we'll talk about it. So I click on ingredients, you see provided ingredients. I still find those ingredients I recently used. But right here I won't be able to drag, I have to change it manually using the scale and scale how view of the size of the ingredients that is applied. I can pick the angle I want it to move on. The same thing I can do with the ingredient tool that I just um by clicking and dragging I was able to put a direction. You can do the same thing. So you're clicking on the color layer, enabling it, you can actually change a color, not gradient. So I can click on that color icon and pick any color. Let me use this brown. So okay, you can see it will change to the brown color. So that's basically it. There's no complex thing here on this Adobe Photoshop. So as with design flyer, you get proficient with most of the things. Don't forget to subscribe to my channels. Sorry, it's raining. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and thank you for watching.